Do you have a great idea for a product or service but don't know where to get started? Well, in the next half hour, we're going to be introducing you to a revolutionary program that has already helped thousands of entrepreneurs and inventors live their dreams. And now you can too, with the Inventors Starter Toolkit. The Inventors Starter Toolkit is a step-by-step program developed by entrepreneur, inventor, and businesswoman Daneen Deshevsky. Like you, Daneen had a great idea for a product but didn't know where to get started. But she figured out how to do it on her own with very little expense, and now she's going to teach you. Daneen has launched many of her own successful products worldwide, such as the hair, nail, and jewelry carousels, and she's taught thousands of people just like you how to take their product and idea to market. So if you're ready to be your own boss and pursue your dreams, then stay tuned. You're going to learn the secrets to getting started successfully right away.
The information Daneen offered in her Inventors Toolkit and her seminars was absolutely critical to my success.
This DVD set is so valuable. Basically, it takes you from an idea standpoint all the way to market. No one does that.
We've all had ideas, and we all thought that, boy, wouldn't it be neat if we could take this product to market. Daneen has created a toolkit called the Inventors Toolkit that is undeniably the step-by-step process in taking that idea to actually fulfilling your dream.
I'm John Cremeans. I'm here with Daneen Deshevsky, and we're talking about the Inventor Starter Toolkit, which she invented. I mean, she's a mompreneur, she's an inventor, you're a businesswoman, and incredibly successful. Let's talk a little bit about the Inventor Starter Toolkit. What does it really do?
Well, the Inventor Starter Toolkit is designed for anyone who has an idea that thinks it has some value, and they want to learn how to bring that product to market or what their options of bringing that product to market are.
So this is all of the tools that a budding inventor, someone that has a great idea or a business concept, to get it in the marketplace.
Absolutely, and it comes from a very realistic point of view. And when you have the right tools and the right information, now you can go forward, which gives you a better chance of success.
Okay, so let's say I have this really great idea. I mean, I really think it's going to be successful. Where do I go from there?
Well, first of all, you want to get an evaluation. And these are the kind of things we teach you before you start spending all your hard-earned money.
Now, I'm not talking about those free evaluations you see on TV. This is a professional, non-biased evaluation from a company that has no interest in selling you their services later.
Once you understand the process, you can take any product to market, regardless of what that product is.
Okay, so let's say I've gone through the evaluation. I know it's a great idea. I know it's going to be successful, but I have one problem.
What's that?
I don't have any money. So now what do I do?
Well, you're not alone. Most people have the same problem. You know, they've got their jobs, they've got all this stuff, but they don't have extra income to bring their products to market. That is why we do what is called licensing. It's where you take your product and either sell it or license it to a bigger company. They make and sell your product, and in exchange, they'll give you a percentage or a royalty of how many units or all the units that they sell.
So when the DVD program, when I get it to my home, I'm going to go through the whole entire process, step by step.
Well, the product actually teaches you. This is the first phase, going into the design process, getting that idea out of your head. And
So Daneen, I mean, everybody has a good idea.
Well, ideas are a dime a dozen. It's what you do with those ideas that count. You know, do you know how to take your product from this step to that step to this step? And most people don't. You know, everybody likes the idea of bringing a product to market, but they don't know what to do. What we do is not only teach you what to do, but we teach you what to do in sequence. The sequence of what you do and how you bring a product to market is very, very important and crucial in determining the success of your product.
You know, when you were inventing, do you wish that somebody had come up with a program like this before you even started?
You have no idea. I have friends who are expert inventors that have invented things far beyond what I've ever done that have affected the world. And they come in and say, I wish I would have had this before, you know, when I was doing it, because of the amount of money and time that they wasted.
So as an inventor, what was it like? I mean, after you'd taken your product, you had it manufactured, I mean, what was that feeling to see your product being made?
I'd like to think that what I'm selling is one moment in time. And it's that moment that when you look and you see your product on the shelf of a store for the very first time, or in a catalog or a trade show, it's that very moment when you can say, I did it. That is what inventing is really about.
Let's meet just a few of the people who have used this program to bring their products to market. Let's hear what they have to say.
If I can do it, anybody can do it. It's real simple. It's just you simply put it in, pay attention to what's going on, and it's step by step by step. From the beginning of the product to the end to putting your product into the market.
In one day, I learned what it would have taken me probably another year to figure out. Amazing. And that's worth it. That's worth its weight in gold right there.
Now, I'm sure there are many of you that are watching our show today that want to know how you can get your invention, your idea to market. All you have to do is get the Inventor Starter Toolkit. Let's find out. Welcome back. I'm John Cremeans. I'm here with Deneen Deshevsky, and we're talking about the incredible Inventor Starter Toolkit. She's a mompreneur, an inventor, and the creator as well. So, I mean, basically, your Inventor Starter Toolkit is a roadmap to success.
Absolutely. It teaches you step by step, in sequence, what you need to do. And anyone who has an idea that thinks it has some value, they would get the toolkit and we will teach them step by step the process of bringing that product to market.
Deneen had the opportunity to meet with a very successful patent attorney, Brian Kunzler, in her hometown of Honolulu, Hawaii. Let's hear what an experienced patent attorney has to say and how to protect your idea.
We're here in beautiful Hawaii. Welcome, Brian.
Thank you.
At what point does someone actually seek out an attorney if they're thinking of getting their product patented?
Consulting with the attorney in the beginning will help you to decide what is the best form of protection.
Do you actually have to have a patent in order to bring your product to market?
You don't have to have a patent to bring your product to market, and a lot of people think that you know, the fact that they weren't able to get a patent, that's going to end their company or end the viability of their product, and that's not the case. On the other hand, if you can get a patent, it's a big advantage because it's a barrier to entry against your competitors. It's basically a limited monopoly that you have to keep others from competing with you. This will be a wonderful resource for people who want to be able to meet with their attorney and have a basic level of knowledge before they go there so that the attorney's not having to educate them on the basics.
I've been an inventor for over 10 years. I have over 40 patents, and there's still so much to learn. For anybody out there that has an idea or a concept for an invention, I highly recommend this.
She was just fantastic. I mean, she's very one-on-one for you, and it's very easy to listen to. She puts it in layman's terms so you can easily understand it. It was great. It really helped us take our product from an idea to the next stage, and we're progressing, and it's all thanks to her. She's great.
Deneen presents the issues in a manner that's understandable to people. She does know what she's talking about because she's gone through the hard experience.
We had the chance to meet with Mark Ryland. He's the executive director of the United Inventors Association of America. Now let's hear what he had to say about the Inventor Starter Toolkit. Tell us a little bit about your association. I mean, you're the largest advocate for inventors in the world.
We are. We're the largest inventor organization in the world. We're always looking for educational tools for the inventor community. We have tens of thousands of members who rely on those educational tools to understand the process from going from an idea through invention into commercialization of their products.
One of the things that made me go to Mark in the first place was it was very, very important for me to have the leaders in the industry support what I do and give their seal of approval on it because it matters.
Mark, one of the questions I have after looking at the starter toolkit that Deneen created was the incredible amount of knowledge and information that she has. Why, when you looked at this, made it the kit that you thought would be the best for the inventors out there?
Well, I think the very first and foremost thing that convinced me when I watched the DVDs, and I watched every single one of them, was the genuineness. Deneen takes her story, her process, which is exactly what any normal inventor would go through just starting out, and relates that in a way that's very easy to understand.
When you found out that they were actually going to approve, this incredible starter toolkit, what did you think?
I am so excited. I'm actually honored of the exciting news that he had told me, and it's about giving us their seal of approval.
Let's talk about that a little bit, because I knowing your organization, you've never done that before.
We haven't. We get asked to review a lot of tools and a lot of books and a lot of things for inventors, and generally they're not of the caliber that we think are really going to benefit the normal inventor community. And millions of people around the country sit in their garage or sit in their basement and they invent things and they take their shot at the American dream. And these kinds of tools are the things that they rely on to really educate themselves about the process.
Mark, thank you very much.
Inventor and businesswoman Deneen Deshevsky. Like you, Deneen had a great idea for a product, but didn't know where to get started. But she figured out how to do it on her own with very little expense, and now she's going to teach you. Daneen has launched many of her own successful products worldwide, such as the hair, nail, and jewelry carousels. And she's taught thousands of people, just like you, how to take their product and idea to market.
The Inventor Starter Toolkit is designed for anyone who has an idea that thinks it has some value and they want to learn how to bring that product to market or what their options of bringing that product to market are.
So this is all of the tools that a budding inventor, someone that has a great idea or a business concept, to get it in the marketplace.
Absolutely, and it comes from a very realistic point of view. And when you have the right tools and the right information, now you can go forward, which gives you a better chance of success.
So it's people just like you and I that have an idea, we think we really got a great product, and then we go out and do it ourselves.
You know, take a moment, look at everything around your room, in your house, in your office. Every single thing, down to the littlest screw, was invented by someone. It was invented from an idea. Everything started from an idea. And someone actually took that idea and did something with it. Now, every single one of us have been given that God-given gift of creativity. It's just learning how to use that creativity, and then now, how do I make money on it? How do I make a business out of my ideas? And that's what we're trying to show people how they can do it.
That's why when they order the DVD kit, I mean, everything's included. From the startup, how to get it working, how to do your patents, how to look at manufacturing.
You know, it's about finding out, again, not only having a product. Anybody can have an idea. Ideas are a dime a dozen. And I say in my DVDs that, you know, coming up with the idea is just a small, tiny little part of it. What are you willing to do to bring that product to market? What are you willing to do to be successful? And we teach you everything you need and give you the tools so you can be successful.
Each success, you get more motivated and more excited. When I even saw my prototype for the first time, I was like excited, you know, I'm like, oh, this is my idea.
The product I created is a multifunctional safety accessory for infants and toddlers. Using it on a daily basis, it's taken on a life of its own, and we found more uses for it, so we've created more product. We've actually got a full product line.
I just got a product back from China with new packaging that I had designed here to see it go from what it was to what it is now. It's amazing.
What I've found is that Daneen has a way of convincing people, look, this is how you go through the process. These are the steps that come into place. I've done it, you can do it too.
You look at the entire DVD, the starter toolkit. I mean, really, it's the basic knowledge that everyone really should have to get their product to market.
This is a process that's going to be fun. It's not a pressure. You don't want it to feel like work. You want it to be fun and exciting, and that's why you're doing it. Depending on the product, you know, we have clients from little trinkets all the way up to surveillance airplanes. So depending on the product, it could be a very quick process, it could be a long process. So you have to have patience, but you have to know the phases or the process of invention. Once you understand the process, you can take any product to market, regardless of what that product is.
And it's a resource that doesn't go away.
No.
So, I mean, if you want to go back over one of the steps that you did, maybe perhaps it's the patent part of it all, or maybe it's to looking for financing or to perfect your idea or to evaluate it, I can go back and use the same DVDs over and over again.
Over and over.
It's given me what I couldn't have paid for, which is the freedom to be a full-time mom.
As a result of taking the course, I get to start taking care of my health and exercise and vacation whenever I want. It's a whole new freedom.
My work is my own. My hours are my own. I do what I want when I want, and I can take it as long or as far as I want to.
Since inventing the Crea Clip, I've also invented other products like the foot lingerie. It's called Risque by My Lou, and it's really successful right now because all the celebrities are wearing it, and it's also nominated Best New Product of the Year.
So, as an inventor, what was it like the first time after you got the idea, you got the money together, everything's going right, and now you're going to get your product manufactured?
Well, finding a manufacturer and getting your product out there, you're right, the process is exciting, but it's like coming into the home run, the manufacturing process where everything you've done, you can't turn back now. That's why the further along you go, the harder it is to give up. That's why it's exciting, because you have nowhere to go but forward. And every product is different. So no matter how many times you change to a new idea or a new product, the process is the same. So it applies to every single product and every single idea that you come up with, whether it's this year, next year, the year after. The toolkit is lifelong. It will be there to teach you everything you need to know, whether it's now or a year from now.
So if you have a great idea, an invention, and you don't know where to start, this is the way to do it. That's why we call it the Inventors Starter Toolkit. Here's how you can get yours.